We are working on homework 3.7, graphing linear inequalities. So first question is graph inequality x is less than -6. Before even I start doing graphing, let me show you something. When I have x is less than, let's say, -6, graph is going to be solid line. But if I have, hold on, it's going to be dashes. When I have x is less equal -6, for example, it's going to be dashes. My point is, every time when you have equal sign, be it less, be it greater than, doesn't matter. As long as equal sign is present, we are using solid line. Now, in this case, I don't have the equal sign, therefore I'm going to use dashes. So I'm taking these dashes and -6, so it's going to go 4, 2, 4, 6 here. Taking this line and then clicking dashes also. And anywhere, since it's going to be vertical line, x is equal -6, so you click anywhere on vertical line and you will fix it. And it says less than. So less than, it's going to be taking bracket with color and placing here. It's going to be less than. Let's check it. Next one, what do we have here? X minus y greater equal 6. X minus y greater equal 6. So from here, I'm going to rewrite in the form of y is equal mx plus b, right? So it's going to be -y greater equal, flipping this x here, will be -x plus 6. And dividing by -1, -1, pay attention, when you divide by negative number, it's going to affect your the sign. So you flip, and we are getting y is less equal positive x minus 6, because it was negative, so x minus 6. We are going to graph x minus 6. Let's see. X minus 6, my intercept is going to be -6. Therefore, I am starting with at the -6. And what do I have? Less. Okay. Less or greater than? Oh, greater equal. Okay. So equal sign is there. Taking solid line, it's going to be -6. And x minus 6, meaning we have here 1. So my slope is going to be 1 over 1. So I'm moving up by 1 and here by 1. And I got it. And it says less equal. So how I'm going to know which side I'm going to check? So let's take any point here. For example, I'm taking this point, which is, if I zoom it, let's say I'm taking 5 and -6. X is 5, y is -6. Let's see. So plugging y is -6, less equal, x is 5 minus 6. So what we get? -6 less equal -1. Is this true case? Yes. That means that side is going to be our answer. This side below that I took it. I tested this side, right? That means that's the answer. What does that mean? If I would take the other side, let's say +5, +6, for example, which is the other side of the graph, then this inequality would not be true. I would get, let's say, negative 6 greater than positive 5, for example, okay, which would be nonsense. All right? So we are taking any points in either areas and figuring out. We'll solve next problem now. Question number, y is less equal negative 7x. Okay, here we don't have intercept, right? It's we have only slope and x, so which means when intercept is missing, that's when intercept is 0, 0. So what do I have? One point is going to be 0, 0, and it's going to be solid line, and the other point you can take x any value. Any value, you can take million. I'm taking 1 to make my life easier. So if I take x is equal 1, I'm going to get y will be less equal negative 7. So let me take 1, positive 1, and negative 7. Here we go. Positive 1 and negative 7. And the other point is going to go through 0. So once I click second point, it will draw the line itself. I'm clicking 0, 0. There we go. See, and it drew the line itself. Now we need to shade it because we have inequality. In the case of inequality, we have entire area. We don't have one point as an answer, just like in the case of equation. So we can take, it's going to be either to the right or to the left. So I'm taking to the right this time. Let me see. I'm taking positive 4 and no, let me see. Since I have negative 7x, I'm taking 7. So 7 would cancel each other. I'm taking positive 7 and 2. Positive 7 and 2. Okay. Y is less equal negative 7x, so I'm taking positive 7 and 2. Okay, so and what do I get? My 2 is y less equal negative 7 times 7. Okay, I'm getting 2 is less equal negative 49, which is joke. It's 2 cannot be less equal negative 49, which means the second, the half I assure, to the left from the graph, it's going to be the case. If we take any pair of numbers to the left of the graph, and it's going to be the solution. Because the graph is breaking into two parts. So either one part or the other part. Next one, what do we have? 8x plus 5y greater or equal 40. 8x plus 5y greater or equal 40. So I can use either slope intercept, or I can use x and y intercept. Since I have 8, 5, and 40, and 40 can be divisible by 5, 40 can be divisible by 8, then I'm going to use intercepts. So, first case, x is equal 0, we find y-intercept, which means this is going to be equal 0, right? And we get what? 5y greater or equal 0, 40, dividing by 5, and I am getting y is greater or equal 8. So y, it's going to be 0, 8, first point, first intercept. Moving to second intercept, y is equal 0. Again, I picked this method this time because, look, I have 8, 5, and 40. 40 I can divide by 5, 40 I can divide by 8, so it's easier to do this method. If it would be 41, then I would go through the mx plus b, slope-intercept form. Okay, y is equal 0, 5y is 0, and we are getting 8x greater equal 40, x greater equal 5. And we get 5 and 0. X we write first, y 0. So 5, 0, and 0, 8. 5, 0, here, and 0, 8, second point. Once I click, because I took the line at the beginning, now once I click second point, it will draw the line for me. Okay, next, we need to figure out which one is our shading area. So, there are two ways. One way, like I said, based on taking testing points, and the other way is, it says y is greater than 8 and x is greater than 5. That's the second method. Y is greater than 8, meaning it's going above the 8, right? Y is equal 8. Oh, it's shifted. I have to clean. So 0, 5 and 8, 0, 5, 0. Oops. Yeah, 5, 0 and 0, 8. Correct. Okay. So let me explain here rather saying. So let's say I have this graph. This is 8. This is 5, right? 5 and 0. And 0, comma 8. So we have y is greater than 8. We are shading this area. X is greater than 5, shading this area. So both shading are on the same area, which means it's going to be to the right. Or other way to do it, I'm taking point, let's say, let me clean this. Well, I can draw one more time. This is 5, this is 8. I'm taking point here. Let's say, what point I'm taking? X, I'm taking, for example, 6 and 9. Taking 6 and 9. Let's try. So 8 times 6 plus 5 times 9 is greater equal 40. 8 times 6, 48. Plus 45. It's definitely going to be equal 40. But if I take here negative 5, let's say negative 5, for example, point negative 5, and what? I'm taking negative 9, a positive 9, let's say. Okay? So let's take negative 5, positive 9. This inequality should not be satisfying because if it satisfies answer on one end, it shouldn't satisfy on the other end. Let's do it. 8 times negative 5 plus 5 times 9. We're supposed to get greater equal 40. This is negative 40 and then plus 45. See? It's not satisfying because we are getting positive 5. Positive 5 cannot be greater than 40. So we are shading this area. Bucket. Save. Question number 5. Okay, with the question number 5, we have greater than, which means we are going to use dashes. So 3x plus 4y greater than negative 8. 3x plus 4y greater than negative 8. Okay, see, I have 3 and 4. 8 is not divisible by 3, so I'm going to use slope and intercept in the format y is equal mx plus b. So I need to find y. 4y is greater than negative 3x minus 8, and we divide by 4. I'm getting y is greater than negative 3/4 x minus 2. So I'm starting with negative 2, and then negative 3/4, you can use either negative 3/4 or you can use 3/-4, whichever you like. I'm going to go plus 3 from negative 2, 1, 1, 2, 3. It's going to be 1 here. Negative 2 plus 3 is positive 1. And negative 4. From here I'm going to negative 4. And here is going to be my second point. And it's going to be dashes, sorry. Okay. So negative 3/4 and negative 2. We start with negative 2. And it's going to be dashes. So plus 3, 1, 2, 3. Ah, it slipped away. Okay. Negative 2. If I go plus 3, I'm coming to 1 and then go by 4. There we go. And it gets dashes. And it's gonna shade. Let's see. This is my equation. So which point we want to take? Let's say I'm taking here what? 3 and negative 2. Okay? 3 and negative 2. So negative 2 greater than negative 3/4 times. Oh, I don't like 3. Let me take 4 so it will cancel, huh? I'll take it 4. Any point you can take. 4 and minus 2. This is gone. And it's going to be negative 2 greater than negative 5, which is true, which means we are going to shade this side. Where is my bucket? Save. Next one, number 7. Oh, number 6. Okay. Y is greater or equal 4. Okay, it's easy. Y is greater or equal 4, so because it's a equal sign is there, so it's a solid line, and greater than, so it comes this way. As easy as it can be. Saving, checking, and moving on. Number 7. X minus 4y less than 4. X minus 4y less than 4. So, since I have here 1, I think I can use intercept. Okay, let's try. First, x is 0. I'm getting negative 4y less than 4. And when I divide by negative 1, it's going to flip on this side. And I'm getting my y is greater than negative 4. So 0, negative 4. Second, my y is equal 0. And what do I have? X is less than 4. So 4 and 0. Okay? 0, negative 4. So y is negative 4. X is positive 4. And we're going to use dashes. Equal sign is missing. Negative 4 and positive 4. Okay. So again, we either can take the coordinates either to the right or to the left and check it, or I'm doing this way. So my graph goes this way, and I have y is greater than negative 4, which comes here, negative 4, and x is less than 4. This is 4 less than 4. Looks like it's going to be this side. So you can use either this way I did now, or you can take point, let's say here, and plug into original case and see if it's true. So I say it's going to be this way. Interesting. X minus 4y less than 4. Let's go check it again. We have dashes. Let's see what silly mistake we did there. X is 0, negative. Okay, y is greater negative 4. Okay, y is 0. X is less than 4. So 0, negative 4, and 4, 0. Let's go double check. 4 and negative 4. Now let's check. So y is greater than 4. X is less than 4. Greater than negative 4, less than 4. Okay, well, what am I going to do now? I'm going to take point. Let's say positive 6 and negative 5. Taking positive 6 and negative 5. Let's take it. 6 and negative 5. So x is 6. 6 minus 4 times negative 5 is less than 4. So 6 plus 20, right? Less than 4. This is not working. Now this is not the true case, and I'm taking again this side where I painted. I am taking negative 4, positive 6. X is negative 4, y is positive 6. Negative 4, y is positive 6. Okay, x is negative 4, plugging here, minus 4 times 6, less than 4. Negative 4 minus 24, less than 4, which is the true case. Well, I am curious. Let's open the answer. Let's see what it's going to tell us. One more time. What do we have here? 4 and negative 2. Negative 1. Well, let's check. Of course. I guess some people even notice that. For y. Sure thing. Okay, at least we found the mistake. Yeah, I didn't divide by negative 4. Well, silly mistakes. All right. So we already know the answer, right? Okay. Moving to number 8. What do we have here? Negative 7x plus y less equal 3. Negative 7x plus y less equal negative 3. Let me check. Less equal 3. Okay. All right, I have 3, I have 7, definitely using slope intercept. So I need to find y. Y is going to be less equal positive 7x plus 3. Okay? So I'm starting with 3. Since I have 7, I am imagining 7 over 1. So I'm going by 7 and then positive 1. Let's see. Ooh, I'm going all the way to a 10. You know what I can do? I can do this way also. Let me show you some trick. my slope is 7 over 1, right? I can write down -7, -1. It's the same 7 over 1, correct? So I don't want to go all the way to the edge. So I'd rather go down 7 and then -1. So starting from 3, and what do we have? Solid line? Yes, we have solid line. So starting with 3, and then going down by 7. 3 minus 7, -4. So I'm coming to -4, and then -1 to the right. There we go. I got it. Now we need to figure it out, which way we are shading. So the graph is going to go like this. What do I have? I'm taking point here, let's say +5 and +5 and +2, for example. 5 and 2, taking on the right side, this side. Let's see. So y is 2, less equal 7 times 5 plus 3. So 2 is less than, that's true, 35, 38. So it's going to be on the right side, shading. Bingo. Number 9. X minus 3 less than 0. Free y. So -3y is less than -x, right? Okay. Dividing by -3. And we are getting, this is also going to flip, and we are getting y is greater 1 positive 1/3 of x, negative by negative, right? So 1/3, our slope is 1/3, that's mean intercept is 0. So intercept is 0, and it's going to be dashes, 0. Going up by 1, and then 3 comes, it was positive, right? Let me double check. Yeah, positive. So 0, and then going up by 1, and then 2, 3 here. There we go. Now let's see which way I am going to shade. So let's take point what on this side, +5, +3, +1, 3 and 1. So 1 greater than 1/3 times 3, and that's it. I got 1, which is also a true case. 1 cannot be equal 1. If it would be equal sign, then it would be true. Now this is not true, which means we need to, I took on this side 5, let me see, 3, 1, okay. I took 3 and 1. Oh, it's coming to the left side, 3 and 1, this side. Okay. Number 10. What do we have? 4x minus 2y less equal 16. 4x, 2y less equal 16. Okay. So I have 4, 2, and 16. 16 can divide by 2, 16 can divide by 4. So I'm going with intercept method. X is equal 0, negative 2y less equals 16. Dividing by negative 2, this is flipping, dividing negative 2. And we are getting y is greater equal negative 8. So 0, negative 8. And the second one, intercept, y is equal 0. Let's find x-intercept. It's going to be 4x less equal 16 and x less equal 4. So it's going to be 4 and 0. So we got 4 and 0, and 0, negative 8. Negative 8 is y, 4 is x. And we are using solid line because equal sign is present. Negative 8 and positive 4. There we go. Solid line. If you test it, what we want to test, let's say positive 2 and positive 1. X is 2, y is 1. Let's see. Oh. What just happened? It's happening sometimes. Okay, we are back, thank God. So, positive 2, positive 1. If I plug x positive 2, I'm getting 4 times 2 is 8. And minus y is 1, minus 2. So 8 minus 2 equals 6, which is less than. So, which means this is going to be true case. The solution. The shading area represents solution. Okay. Next one. Question number 11. We need to find which one is matching to this graph, the graph 2x plus 1. Okay. First of all, we need to see, which graph is starting with intercept on 1. 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. So every cell goes by 2 because see, 5 cells on the top and it's 10. So each one of them is gonna be 2. So let's see. It's gonna go 1 on the, look at that, all of them are 1. All 4 of them, yeah, goes 1. But because we don't have equal sign, right? I am dropping D and C. So it's going to be between A and B. Correct? So 1, we start from 1, both of them start with 1, and both of them is the same graph, so we have to figure out based on shading area. It's shading to the left or shading to the right. Okay, I'm taking, for example, let's say, I'm taking positive 2. Let me see, no, positive 2, 4, positive 4 and 2. Okay, x is 4, y is 2. So it's a point on to the right. 4 and 2, let's see. Y is 2, x is 4. So 2 times 4 is 8 plus 1 is 9. So 2 cannot be greater than 9, which means it's going to be to the left and it's going to be B. Well done. And question number 12. What do we have? 4x plus y greater than 5. Okay, I'm going to through slope and intercept, because 5 I can divide by 4. I don't want to deal with fractions. So y is greater than negative 4x plus 5, which means I have starting from 5 and then going down by 4 and then to the right by 1, because 4 and represent negative 4 represent 4 over 1. Okay, starting with 5, and we don't have equal sign, so it's going to be dashes. With 5, going down by 4, it's going to be 1, and positive towards to the right, positive 1. There we go, and we have dashes. And let's see which point we take. Let's say we take x is 4 and y is how much? 2. 4 and 2. Okay, x is 4. 4 times 4 is 16, and plus 2, 18, greater than 5. So it's going to be on this very side that I took problem at the point. And we are done. Okie dokie, see you in next problem, next assignment.